Hey, what's up, everyone? You get eye patch Sachin today. Got a little eye thing going on. So it's kind of hard to see into the light, but you know what? The show must go on. So last time I took a poll, people wanted to hear about fat loss. So this is kind of my interpretation of what people should do, and I've seen that works. Whenever it is, I felt like I needed to lose some weight or I wanted to cut down for summer or something. This is kind of the setup that I would do. Kind of the first thing you're looking at is your diet. Okay? So at the end of the day, calories in versus calories out is the biggest thing that matters. Now, you could say, people have their opinions on certain diets and all that. But from the people that I listen to who get real results, that's the biggest thing. Now, there are different diets that concentrate on different ideas. But if you look at all the ones that work, where people actually lose weight, calories in versus calories out is always accounted for. If you watch the Joe Rogan Experience at all, you saw Dr. Layne Norton. He talked about if you don't want to count calories, something like keto can work because you don't have to think about what carbs are coming in and all that. You're restricting yourself from eating a certain amount because you're saying, I can only eat a certain amount of carbs. So when looking at stuff like that, be sure I would say, tracking your calories. That way you make sure you are burning more than you are taking in. That's kind of as far as I'll go as far as diet. I can delve deeper if you guys want, but there are other people that I really like to listen to as far as diet to make sure I'm getting the right information. Again, I mentioned Dr. Layne Norton. He's a very good resource. Biolayne.com, I believe, is his website. As far as diets I like, his book, Fat Loss Forever, is really good. And I also really like Stan Efferding's Vertical Diet. Go and check either one out. You'll get a lot of really good information from both. There's a lot of other people too, but those are two kind of ones I kind of go for as far as diet. The second one that you're looking at is your training. Now, I personally like people starting with training first before diet. Just because when you're lowering your calories, you can only really go so far. Now, with training, you can just add some more cardio, cut down your rest periods, and there's a bunch of other variables that you can go towards to help you lose fat. Like I said, with training, you can do a lot more, but with calorie restriction, some people get down to where they're only eating 1,000 calories a day, and that's not something I'm really into myself. Honestly, just because people like to eat, and that's fine. Now, I'm not saying that you can outwork a bad diet, but if you like eating stuff, just up your workout a little bit. Especially for people who don't even really work out right now, it definitely helps just to up the training, making sure their body is healthier. And then when they need to cut down, they can start looking at that diet portion. There's just kind of general stuff. It's not individual case, but that's how I kind of like to look at it. And with your training, I described this in another video. I like this kind of high-low idea where Mondays you'll have a high intensity, maybe you'll do like a Tabata, maybe you'll do, heavy circuit or something like that. And then Tuesday would be low intensity. That's where you do maybe like a walk, maybe a jog. It kind of depends. I know I learned from Matt Wenning that he likes kind of 120-ish beats per minute. And that falls in line with what I learned in school, getting my BS in exercise science and stuff like that. So it's generally a good idea to go your Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, kind of more lower intensity, and then Monday, Wednesday, Friday, higher intensity. You don't necessarily need to go to that right away. What I would do is, if you're not lifting already, I would just start lifting. That's kind of your base to make sure that you stay healthier. because kind of the things that you do to lose weight can be a little tough on your body. So making sure you have proper muscle to make sure you're protecting your body is always important. But if you're already doing that, what I would do is I would maybe start on a Monday, just add a high intensity thing, Tabata hit, whatever it is you want to do. And then Tuesday, go lower intensity. And then what I would actually do is for my high intensity Wednesday, I would make it less time. I would actually spend less time doing it than on Monday. So this might last 15 minutes. My Wednesday day might only last 1 to 5 minutes. And then my Friday day, you can go either way. You can go back to your kind of 10-minute mark, or you can go up to a 20-minute mark. But in general, these days, I like to have a little bit less intense when I program stuff. So again, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, a little bit harder. You can change your times. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday stays pretty consistent. Again, you just want to keep it low. You want to be able to talk and stuff like that while you're doing the workout. You don't want anything too hard. Can you go to something where you're doing high stuff every day? Maybe. That might take some time to get to that. I personally wouldn't myself, but if you're a trained athlete, you can absolutely do something like that if you feel like you're ready. I would consult someone if you're not really familiar with the exercise science space. I'm always happy to answer any questions with that. But yeah, as far as fat loss, you're kind of looking at two things. You're looking at your diet and your training. Again, I like the training portion to go first, just because you got to get your body moving. And then the diet portion, making sure you got more calories in, more calories out versus calories in, to make sure that you have a calorie deficit. And that will make sure that your body kind of eats away at itself. One of the kind of tough parts about being on a diet is you're going to feel hungry. I'm sure if you've been on a diet, you've felt that. But just getting in the mentality of, why am I eating? Am I eating because I want something to taste good? Or am I eating because, I'm trying to lose weight? And if you can be like, will this make me lose weight? If your answer is yes, go and eat it. If it's no, maybe stay away from it. I remember hearing a bodybuilder say when they're cutting down for a show, the general rule was, if it tastes good, spit it out. I wouldn't say that's a good rule necessarily, maybe if you're on that level of that sport, but yeah, in general, you just want to make sure that you want, calories in is lower than calories out. And then you're burning your fat away. Hopefully you're holding onto your muscle. I personally like a longer approach. 1 pound a week. There are definitely times where you want to lose a bunch of weight if you're like going on vacation or something, but you would have to make sure that you've been training beforehand. You just don't want to blitz into that. But overall, it's pretty simple. The hard part is, just kind of sticking to it. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I have ideas on how a diet should be myself. I have people in my network who are ready and willing to help. So if you have any questions, be sure you just let me know. Again, like, share, subscribe, all that other good stuff. And if you like the content, just let me know. Let me know what else you want to learn about, and I'm happy to talk about it. All right, guys. Have a good night. And bye from iPatch Sachin.